and they have been able to put up some 2-bedroom apartment. That's where they live. When he returned from prison, then he has evicted his father from the house and now occupied the place with his gangs. And I ask myself, so the father who has been evicted by this 23-year-old deceased boy or man, couldn't he have reported to his family that is what my son is doing? Couldn't he have even gone back to the police to report to the police and say my child is still into criminal activities? Why do we fail to report people who are criminals and engage in criminal activities when we know clearly what they do? How come we're failing to report them?
Dave, you remember some time ago when I came here, I told you that as part of my PhD studies, I realized that if you want to understand the patterns of crime, one thing we have to look in the Ghanaian context is what we call social support system. And that in other countries where social support systems are used to control crime, in Ghana, it is actually used to protect and facilitate the commission of crimes. And our social support system basically comes from family, even comes from relatives, people within the community. So that when crime is being committed, instead of using that support system to give them away, we use it to protect them. It is the reason why when Leo should find himself committing a crime and being arrested by the police, you see Dave and probably the managers of multimedia with their kente cloth and everything going to the police station and trying to beg for the release of.
We don't allow the punishment to take
exactly. So parents, instead of using the social support system to protect the society, they actually use it to facilitate the commission of crime by people they are related to. And that is what is causing. That is the reason why even when they know that their children are involved in the commission of crime, they prefer to keep their thief at home than to give them to the society for the society to actually.
And per extension, even when you go on our streets and a trotro driver misconducts himself, when the police wants to work, the police, some of them will take the bribe. But again, you have big men who go and say, or then they'll plead with the police for the person to be released. But if we allow the punishment to go on, it serves as a deterrent, whether in traffic, whether in terms of crime or whatever, then we are getting
and somewhere. That is how society is supposed to be made safe. Because when people commit crimes, we must allow the criminal procedure to run to an end. Okay, we don't seek to truncate it along the way, because you see, once we begin to protect those criminals using the support systems, we embolden them, because they know that once they commit any crime, all that they know is that look, they have to call some few people who will come to their aid, and by the time we realize they are back on the street. That is why most of the time, if you look at murder cases in the country, robbery cases, people will say, but this guy was arrested for, and the next 2 weeks you see the guy. How did the guy get back on the street? It is because he has certain social support systems that protect him.
When we posted